when we start to identify some of those things, then you'll have a decision to make is, do I want to be that person? And if I don't, then how do I change? Because it's not like you're going to go, oh, that's it. Okay, different direction. You may be in flow state and completely capable to change direction on the fly. Most people aren't, because this is stuff that is inbred. This is a rut you've been in, and you've maybe fighting to get out of it. But there's a pull back to that action, the behavior, the belief system. There's a pull there. When you don't give your child a belief system, they go out in the world with nothing to base it off of. They're not pinging off Christianity. They're not going, okay, I don't really like that. I'm going to compare it to Hinduism or Buddhism. They're blank slate. And if they've gotten through their life at 18, 19 years with a blank slate with regard to spirituality, what's the point in reaching out? Generally, the point in reaching out is conflict or loss. They get into conflict situations, they get into loss situations, they're looking for reason, and then they start picking and choosing. And I don't believe there's any problem with parents raising the children in their belief system as they know it. There are some that are extremely offensive, but then again, that child will grow up, and God willing, energy supporting, they will make their own decision if it's a destructive belief system. And a lot of that is cultural too. I don't ever assume that just because you're an adult means you're going to go with a certain belief system. I think it's a matter of the older you grow, and the older they grow, you start to really look at yours and look at others and look in the world and look at your experience and look inside and listen to the messages and make a good decision. And I think that's what we're finding in our, Judeo-Christian culture in the United States, are people going, can't buy it anymore, because they're changing. They're coming into energy without even realizing it. And then that conflict between them and their loved ones, when it comes down to it, it's like, look at you. The kids are looking at the parents going, look at you. I don't want to live like that. I want to know, because science is giving us answers to questions we've been asking for eons. And just have faith and blind faith and don't question doesn't work anymore, because there's so much information out there. Young adults are like going, no, it doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me, especially when there's an alternate explanation that flows with the belief system of their generation. I ping off my religious upbringing because I loved my religious upbringing. It wasn't until later in my life, in the 20s and 30s, where I was like, oh, no. The hypocrisy, I couldn't stand the hypocrisy. The religion part, not the religiousness or the dogma, but the religion part and the relationship, I'm all in. But what I do with it and the nomenclature I use now is completely different. And it's my belief system is active method for healing and finding peace and tranquility in my life to make other people's lives better. And I never had that. All I had in religion was the smarter and more informed I got, the more I wanted to tell people dogma. And that's not going to solve anything for anybody. There's one answer, and it's all inside. Everything you need to learn, everything you need to know is already inside you. Uncovering it and being prepared for the answer and being able to deal with it is the path. And you'll take the information in, whatever it is, and you'll sit on it. I hope you meditate on it. I hope you listen to your higher power. We can pull cards to give you direction. A lot of it is whatever comes, most likely is stuff you already know, but it has been buried, has been hidden by the wall. Because when you put a wall up, you no longer see what's on the other side. So if you're running from a tiger and you build a wall, you're like, I'm safe. But you're not looking over the wall to see if the tiger's even still there. Make sense?